Republicans are trying to ban abortion without actually banning abortion. Now, congressional Republicans are currently pushing what they are calling a common sense healthcare reform. But what it actually is, of course, is a backdoor nationwide abortion ban. We told you that was coming. And the worst part, of course, they're hiding it in plain sight and disguising it as nothing more than a budget procedure. Now, you have Senate Democrats, including Ron Wyden, are calling this exactly what it is. It is a de facto nationwide abortion ban. But here's the thing. Most Americans don't have any idea that this is happening, which is exactly how Republicans want it, because it would be a very unpopular idea. So here's what they're doing. So Republicans are trying to attach anti-abortion language to the government funding legislation. Specifically, they're demanding that any extension of the ACA subsidies bar tax credits from being used to purchase health insurance plans that cover abortion care. So let me break it down for you, all right? If you need health insurance and you want it to cover basic reproductive health care, you might not be able to afford it because they're making it so that the government subsidies that help middle-class families be able to better afford their health insurance cannot be used for plans that include that coverage, abortion coverage. But it actually gets worse. Okay, this is just one of the pieces of a very much larger puzzle that Republicans are simultaneously prohibiting federal funds for abortion care under government health insurance programs, blocking the Department of Defense and the VA from providing abortion services, eliminating Title X family planning funding, and potentially weaponizing the tax code to target reproductive health care organizations by revoking their nonprofit status. So let me be clear that they're not actually trying to ban abortion outright. That would be politically super unpopular, as I mentioned. But instead, they're making it economically impossible for most people to be able to access abortion while maintaining plausible deniability. Now, you might be thinking, wait a minute, this sounds kind of familiar, guys. And you're right. You'd be right. This is all part of Project 2025. You know, that 900-page conservative roadmap for dismantling American democracy and instituting authoritarian rule? Yeah. Those abortion restrictions, they're just the beginning. Project 2025, of course, envisions a country where the federal government can control what healthcare decisions you make, what you read online, who you're allowed to vote for, and whether you can even get birth control. And what are the Democrats doing about it? Not a whole lot. I mean, yes, they're denouncing it, sure, but denouncing it isn't going to stop a backdoor ban that could affect millions of American women. And look, I need to say something here that some of you might not want to hear. All right, you might get a little mad at me for this, and that's okay. The Democratic Party, yes, has been warning about this for years. But that's all they've done. They haven't done anything really to stop it. And we could debate whether or not Biden could have done more to protect abortion rights when he had the chance. I would say that he didn't. But that said, the debate's kind of meaningless if we do not focus on what's happening right now. And what's happening right now is Republicans are executing a multi-pronged attack on reproductive freedom, and they're doing it methodically and systematically. Meanwhile, you have too many Democrats that are operating under the assumption that, oh, we just need to win more elections and that would be fine. Okay, but what's going to happen when the playing field is so tilted so far against Democrats that elections don't even matter anymore? And I'm not saying we're at that point yet, but that could be the future. So what do we do first then? Well, first we need to stop pretending that this is about compromise or bipartisanship. It's not. Republicans are not interested in compromise. They're interested in control of women's bodies, for example. Second, Democrats need to fight back ruthlessly. That means using every procedural tool available to stop them. It also means going on every media platform to explain exactly what Republicans are doing and how they're doing it. And that means treating this like the emergency, the health emergency that it is. And third, and this is crucial, it's important to organize outside of electoral politics. You can't just focus on elections, guys. If we do, then we're always going to be fighting from behind. We need the movements, protests, boycotts, sustained pressure that makes it politically expensive for Republicans to keep pursuing these disastrous policies. And fourth, we need to be honest about what's at stake here, okay? It's not about just being able to access abortions, although obviously that is critical. This is about whether or not we're going to live in a country where a small group of extreme right-wing ideologues can impose their will on the majority through procedural tricks and backroom deals, okay? The Republican backdoor abortion ban is not a hypothetical thing. It is actually happening now in real time, as we speak. And if we don't stop it, then it's just the beginning of what Project 2025, which is about halfway done, halfway enacted already within the first year. It's just the beginning of what they have planned for our country. Now, the question is, whether Republicans will try to strip away our rights. They're already actually actively doing it. The question is whether or not we're going to sit back or let them, or fight back with everything we've got. Because I don't know about you, but I am rather tired of living in a country where the government, under these people, thinks it can make the healthcare decisions for half the population while hiding behind these procedural technicalities. This is our fight, and if we lose, I don't think we're going to have much of a country left to save.